previous seasons.
Obviously, so the opening weekend for Ivy play. Already 2 games in the books. Princeton knocking off Harvard 1-0 and Cornell holding off Yale 3-1 earlier today. Both those games final already. Penn and Columbia will duke it out tomorrow. As we are underway here, opening seconds of this first half. Bears trying to work down that far flank with Steestra Peterson. And the Big Green able to hold serve for now. Sam Fenton, one of their captains, a long toss ahead, headed away by D'Agostini. As Dartmouth trying to make something happen through the middle. Steestra Peterson cleared away towards Jamin Go-Go Peters. And Coach Wallman's been able to work a lot of different combinations so far this season, especially with his attacking players. And this combination of Go-Go Peters, Steestra Peterson, and Lorenzo Amaral has been their best so far.
Yeah, both three having an outstanding season so far this year. Those are the top 3 point scorers coming into this matchup here for the Bears.
A couple of hard challenges there. A couple of Big Green players falling to the turf. Play on, says the officials. D'Agostini gets a little help on his way down as he was knocked down by Will Lolka, a junior from New York City. And again, if there's one thing we know for sure about this, it will be physical tonight.
Yes, extremely physical, and that's what happened last season when these two teams met up. Multiple cards in the previous matchup. 5 combined yellow cards, 3 of those yellow cards for Dartmouth in the meeting last season. 2 yellow cards charged to Brown, and there was also a red card charged to Dartmouth in the last matchup.
Yeah, speaking of red cards, Dartmouth also picking up a red card in their last game, as it was Ben Bilden picking up 2 yellows in that 2-1 loss to UNH. He is unavailable tonight due to the red card issue there for the second yellow. So Dartmouth a little bit shorthanded here tonight. As a kick from Pfaffman sails over the head of Peterson and out of play.
That's one of the key players too, Bilden. He's coming off his first career assist against the University of New Hampshire last Saturday.
Yeah, very lively player in that game, and it's a tough kind of yellow in the first half that he picked up. Challenge on the sideline, the second one later on in the 86th minute. Well, that led to his expulsion from the game, and available tonight. So here's Go-Go Peters trying to go through the middle. Strong challenge there by the Big Green as they turn it upfield the other way, looking for Noah Sams. And he'll peel it back. As Dartmouth will work their possession through the middle third of the pitch. Pongusu sent it ahead. And the flag went up on that far side. Sam Fenton just a touch offside that time as he slid in behind Ike Doffey. And you can see Dartmouth trying to go a little bit more vertical that time. Trying to get behind the Brown defense as Fenton's got some good speed coming off that left wing.
Yeah, that was a patient possession, and they were trying to let things develop there for Dartmouth. We'll see if Brown elects to run with it more in their previous possession like they did prior, as they ran with it certainly in the early portion against UMass Lowell and then exploded in the second half 1 week ago.
And Wharton, a good challenge in the middle of the pitch. Sees that one trickle on down to Pfaffman. And he'll be able to evaluate things with little to no pressure right now out of the Big Green. Gives it to the junior, Matthias Hilla. Hilla sends it ahead and headed right down by Fenton. Amaral trying to wiggle out of trouble. Big Green doing all they can to try to stay with him, as on his tail is Noah Sams. Snaith decides to switch fields here. D'Agostini with Grayson Mitchell to his left. Mitchell finds Steestra Peterson. Mitchell continuing his run. Pass just a little bit too far in front of him. It'll be cleared away by Dellis. Hilla sent it right back in. Only to see it return to sender that time as it came back to the Brown Bears back line. Strong win by Fenton in the air. And again, he's a physical guy. A true leader out there for the Big Green as they try to make their way down the far flank. Steestra Peterson able to break down that attack. And here's Fenton. Tried to play it past Doffey. Doffey getting a toe on it to prevent it from getting to Noah Sams.
Nice block right there by Doffey to break up that ball right in the middle of that play.
You can see Dartmouth already bringing numbers forward here in anticipation of the long toss. Actually, I guess I'm going to say we're out for a corner.
Number 8, Ollie Spicer.
So Spicer heads over to take it. Leads the team with 2 assists. Outswinger with the left foot. It's going to be knocked away. Kept alive by the big green, and a slicing kick there from D'Agostini. Went the wrong way, and it'll be another corner for Dartmouth.
Yeah, that was not what he was looking for right there, going right past the back end line as he was trying to clear out and then went back off D'Agostini behind.
Dartmouth corner kick.
So Spicer will take it from this side as well. Saw the lefty outswinger. This time we're anticipating the lefty inswinger. Plenty of bodies inside the 6. This one towards the near post, headed away. Snaith able to knock it away. Spicer tracks it down. Chased by Steestra Peterson. Good intervention there.
An opportunity here for Brown to run with it.
Bears looking for the counter. Steestra Peterson. We'll wait for some numbers now. Switch the point of attack for Go-Go Peters.
Some space at the wing here.
Go-Go Peters. Takes that space down the side, puts it across, looking for Amaral, and caught him right in the midsection. Just couldn't get a leg on it, but good quick counter there by the Bears after 2 straight corners from Dartmouth.
Yeah, we have it on the replay right there, just unable to play that one off the body of Amaral.
Amaral just got in a little bit too deep, the pass a little bit behind him from Go-Go Peters. The Bears carefully watching Dartmouth as they knock it around that back line. Now they'll start getting into their pressing action. Of course, the Bears at their best when they press as a team. It won't work if everyone is not fully committed, as this one's sent long and way too long for everyone. Pfaffman will plenty of time to decide what he wants to do here. Again, we've seen Dartmouth try to just bypass the midfield a couple of times now, sending that long ball through over the defense. The Bears trying to take a page out of the Dartmouth book, looking towards that corner, and Palela couldn't quite get there in time. It'll be Dartmouth ball. Alexi Uno kind of came up a little bit gimpy, though, after the end of that play. And he's going to go, well, he's going to squat down for now. We'll see if he goes all the way down, but certainly trying to shake something out is the junior from Paris. Here's the toss from Fenton. Knocked ahead by Snaith. Oh, tough.
That was short.
Is Steestra Peterson looking for Palela, fires the shot and in! And the Bears with a quick 1-0 lead. Mateo Palela, second goal of the season.
What a rocket of a shot right there by Palela. Brown able to take advantage of the Dartmouth miscue.
That's a tough one for Dellis. Not much he could do. You see the little miscue there from Rala Mullis. Palela setting up that left foot. The defender lunging towards him. Perfect placement into the corner. 8th minute goal for Palela. As the offense continuing to do its job here for the Bears.
What a start for the Bears tonight. Second career goal for the first year forward from Key Biscayne, Florida. He had his first career goal against the University of Rhode Island. That was the winning goal in the 1-0 victory in the 80th minute.
We'll see if the Bears can keep the pressure on. The big question for Dartmouth, how will they respond in this moment up against it, conceding early? And not just an Ivy League game, but this is a true rivalry game. These two teams have played some heck of a contest over the years. Last year,
his second goal
the
of
Bears
the season
falling at Dartmouth.
In the 8th minute.
2-1 loss up in Hanover. Had Steestra Peterson the lone goal for the Bears in that one.
What's interesting about this all-time series is it is knotted up at 40 wins, 40 losses, and 5 ties. Historic series going all the way back to 1928.
Yeah, again, one of the oldest rivals for the Bears, and rarely does this matchup ever disappoint, as Lorenzo Amaral got called for the foul that time as he took down Noah Sams, the freshman out of Tampa, Florida.
There's been multiple close meetings in the all-time series. Last 4 out of 5 meetings been determined by 1 goal each. Only outlier there was 2022, a 3-0 victory by Dartmouth on their home field in Hanover, New Hampshire.
So we'll see what the big green come up with here. 2-man wall for the Bears, Amaral and Steestra Peterson. As this one's sent towards the back of the 6, and that just not exactly what Dartmouth was looking for. A little bit too deep from Ollie Spicer, the freshman from Buckinghamshire, England.
Just sliced towards the front far corner of the box there. Easy play for Pfaffman to retrieve that ball.
Dartmouth again trying to take on this pressure from the Bears attacking players. Again, it was the pressure from Stisha Peterson that led to the eventual goal. As this one is sent long to the far side. Grayson Mitchell there with the defense. Able to slow down the attack. I believe that was Magnon making the run up that far flank. This one sent across the face of goal, but no one there on the back post for the Big Green. That one goes by the wayside. Another goal kick for the Bears.
Yeah, another opportunity right there for Dartmouth. A little bit too strong, a little bit away. That previous kick. We've seen it once so far in this match. Dartmouth showing patience early on, that they were able to get past the Bears defense for once. We'll see if they elect to do that throughout this match, or if they try to go with a long ball, run with it more like the previous possession.
The Bears quickly, they go long again, looking for Stisha Peterson. Go Peters there as well, wins it back. Stisha Peterson takes some contact from behind, and they will call it, albeit a little bit late, and I think that's what Dartmouth is complaining about right there. You see Sebastian Magnon making his case, but the Bears will get a free kick in a good spot. Sal, let's take a look at this. Tell me what you see.
Yeah, Magnon trying to track him down, and a little bit of contact actually from his teammate on the side there, Magnon. He tripped up
Yeah, Pongo
Stisha Peterson.
Was the one that came with the challenge. Magnon winning the captain's armband was the one pleading his team's case, and either way it sets up the Bears in a good spot. They do have two options here. The right foot of Stisha Peterson, the left foot of Amaral. Either one of those has the potential to put this one in from this range. It'll be Stisha Peterson looking for that upper 90, but sailing that one just a bit high. Of note, though, Coach Wallman talking earlier this week saying, this kind of game, it often comes down to who just doesn't make mistakes, right? You know that both these teams that can make quality plays. They've got the guys that could turn a game on its head. He's expecting a tight one tonight, but who could limit the mistakes? We've already seen one mistake for Dartmouth be extremely costly.
Yeah, that was a very costly mistake going short in their backfield, leading to the Brown goal with numbers on that transition.
So the Big Green now working it the other way through the middle of the pitch. Fenton making that run down the left side.
Stride.
He's going to send it across. Doffy able to get in front, and Amaral with a strong challenge on Fenton.
It's another great job there by Doffy, able to get a body on that ball right there off the shot attempt at the left wing of the box.
Snaith eventually the clearance as it heads down the other way. Bears trying to close in on the Big Green here, keeping them hemmed in as it's cut back by Karagiorgis. And that one's going to go out of play. Karagiorgis, you could almost hear it on our microphones up here. He was not happy.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there between Karagiorgis and number 24, Sam Fenton, as Fenton was trying to strive for that ball, and then Karagiorgis let it go out at the last moment. He realized the mistake there.
Wharton sends it ahead. Amaral keeps it moving forward. And sent promptly back. A swing and a miss, though, from Apongawusu. He's able to get it back. Looking ahead, quick little give and go. Fenton forced to go backwards, though, as Amaral was in the vicinity.
Pressure's on right now.
Palela looking strong there, but able to get out of trouble was Uno. Dartmouth will get it out wide to Magnon. Trying to send it down the line. Bears with a couple of guys back, falling into the area. One of the Big Green players trying to buy a call. Referee not interested, but he will call that one on Go Peters. And kind of a similar spot as the Bears just had the free kick. This is a good area for Dartmouth. See if they can get a better service this time than the last one from Spicer.
It's ramping up a little bit now in physicality the last couple minutes in this match, and we talked about it earlier on in this game that last season, extremely physical meeting, 5 combined yellow cards, and we've seen so far a couple recent fouls lately leading to free kicks.
So will be Spicer here on the kick. He has Magnon to his left. And tons of bodies in and around the top of the 18. This one right on frame, spilled out in front. Pfaffman making that one a little bit more difficult than it needed to be, as he had a couple of guys bearing down on him, but eventually he corrals the rebound.
Off one bounce, lucky there as he bobbled it, able to retrieve it in time as he was able to pounce on it. Just in the nick of time there for Pfaffman.
Yeah, those little short hops can be often trickier than they look They come in with some pace. That was a nice ball put in by Spicer. Palela lost his footing there as he tried to turn the corner on Fenton. Fenton, one of the captains and leaders of this Dartmouth team. So strong from that left back position. Flings that one down the line. It'll be turned upfield by Hilla. Go Peters in the aerial duel as it falls to Fenton again. Lifts it ahead. Little heel pass back. Morton won the challenge, but it went right to Magnon. And now the big green will work it across that back line. Bears ready to pounce. As it's sent down long again. Magnon making that run towards the corner flag. A nice move to get around Mitchell, and then a little shove as the ball trickled over the end line. Again, really no secret to what Dartmouth's trying to do here early on tonight. The Bears have made it difficult for them to traverse through the middle of the pitch, but they have certainly found a way to find some space in and behind the defense.
Yeah, Brown's been locked down defensively so far in this match, and Dartmouth, they tried for earlier on in this match, going short, eventually led them upfield. Last couple of possessions, though, going for the long ball. That time it was a tricky one for them to field since it was on a long run towards the end line.
Bears trying to work the near sideline. Toffee is going to watch that one roll out of play for the throw. There's the big green setting up their defense here on the near side. He's still looking for an option. Decides to go back for Hilla. He's going to be put under immediately, but able to launch it upfield. Snaith will settle it calmly for D'Agostini. They'll work it outside for Mitchell. And Mitchell will be happy to take the space afforded him. Bears keep it on the ground for Go Peters. Keeps it moving for Lorenzo Amaral. First team All-Ivy a season ago, and for good reason. 8 goals, 6 assists to lead the Bears. Palela, the talented freshman, finds T-Strup Peterson. Tried to go centrally. Palela knocked down, and the referee will give the free kick. And there was certainly a lot of contact there. Big Green will try to plead their case, but it seemed to be a pretty obvious foul from up here, Sal.
Yeah, a little bit delayed there in the whistle, but eventually came down with a fall as we take a look at this replay.
Yeah,
right here.
Palela's there, and
James Wilson is the one who knocked him down from behind, and this is could be a pretty solid spot here for Brown off this free kick just outside the box.
Yeah, if you thought the last one was a good chance for the Bears with Amaral or Peterson, this one an even better one. So yeah, that last foul on James Wilson to set up this chance for the Bears. So last time we saw Peterson give it a crack. You wonder if he'll give it to Amaral this time. A big wall of big green players in front of them. Peterson towards the near pipe, and a good job by Dellis to read it well. Wasn't a bad ball by Peterson, but just needed a little bit more pace.
We take a look at this replay right here. Peterson, right side of the cage, but great reaction time there by Dellis, and exactly what you said, Mike, is that wasn't zipped that fast in terms of velocity for that ball.
Yeah, he had the placement for sure on that one, just needed a little bit more power. As Dellis is a strong keeper back there. Again, the sophomore from Athens, Greece. As D'Agostini plays it out wide for T-Strup Peterson. Mitchell says enough of that. Too many big green players in the vicinity. And this is one of those tough balls. If you're a defender, Amaral is going to get on the other end of it. Amaral still with it. Amaral, the left-footed shot, and what a save by Dellis. And he is upset with his defense, saying, hey, guys, somebody needs to make a play on that ball.
2-on-2 on that possession there. A great job here by Brown to stay with it.
Yeah, Palela and Amaral.
Amazing shot by Amaral. Left-footed shot, working on a triple team from the top of the box there.
There's Fenton. And he ran out of real estate. He was clearly out. And again, Dartmouth running out of space on the near touchline.
What we've seen so far, a couple mistakes by Dartmouth, and that's how it's led to the lone goal scored so far by Brown.
That's exactly what Chase Wildman talked about. The mistakes get amplified ever so more in Ivy League play. something his guys have been working on, especially, you know, they had just over 89 minutes of great soccer on Tuesday night in that tie against Providence. Of course, they kind of let up their guard in the final minute, give up the equalizer late. But since then, have had good training sessions, good film review, and a good attitude about everything moving forward as that one deflects off the Bears. And Dartmouth pinned in their own end right now. Bears trying to hold them in as they bring numbers to this near side. Getting ready to toss this one will be Karayorgis. Second ball, Wharton. And then it comes free to Spicer. Dartmouth now in transition.
They're looking to run with it right now.
Here's Wilson. And Cecil Peterson does a nice job of guiding Wilson out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a great job to cut him off right there and not allow Wilson to keep that possession alive as Cecil Peterson got right out in front of Wilson. Off the foot of Wilson last.
Bears will work it through Hilla. And Doffy. Doffy's going to have to absorb some contact, and not going to give him the call that time as Sam's grabbed a whole bunch of his jersey and gave him a little shove.
Yeah, a little bit of a push from behind there. Ref, the official towards the near side as well, but letting them play on physical so far in this match.
Doffy with the defense that time against Lolka. Now off the head of Mitchell. And play on, says the official there. Snaith playing it out wide. Cecil Peterson trying to turn on the Jets, playing it through for Palela. And sent all the way back to Dellis. Calmly moving along.
Yeah, just a little bit too deep on that pass there by Cecil Peterson off the Palela. He had Palela striding down the field versus the defender, just too deep on that pass, but
well, the frustration mounting for Dartmouth. Again, they run out of space on the touchline, leading to another Brown throw. AR's flag went up immediately on that far side. Mitchell does have a pretty good toss. You're getting about this range even with the top of the 18. This is where the Bears could make things happen. And Dartmouth well aware they bring almost everybody back inside the 18 as the toss comes in. And that one's going to be headed towards the end line. Can Dartmouth prevent a corner? Yes, they do, but play it right to Mitchell. Mitchell off the bounce, looking for Go-Go Peters. And that one will be headed wide. Again, the Bears have done a good job of capitalizing on the Dartmouth miscues to this point. And Dartmouth just seems a little bit out of sorts right now. You could kind of feel their frustration all the way up here, and you could see some of the communication or lack of it for Dartmouth as well right now.
yeah, you can only imagine the Butterflies too. Conference opener, stakes are high, new slate for the start of the season here. Both of these teams playing in the conference opener, so road match for Dartmouth, and a couple mistakes we've seen so far. Ford a big green leading to that lone goal scored early on in this match for Brown.
Again, something we both talked about earlier, you know, having to manage your energy for the entire 90 and trying to play as mistake-free as possible. Not an easy thing.
There's a giveaway by Dartmouth.
Amaral, 1v1 now. Another defender joining Fenton. As Amaral trying to squeeze through and just couldn't get around Fenton. Now they're going to get Amaral for the foul. Now that one should be about 10 yards back by the end line. See how accurate the officials are going to make Dartmouth be. Apparently not much. So we wait the kick here from Karayorgis. See, blasts it ahead over midfield. Hilla via Snaith, and now Palela bounces over his foot. And it's sent back to Dells again. Now a delayed call. Are they saying offside? I didn't really see the flag go up, but from that point, unless they're just saying a foul on Palela. But either way, restart for the Big Green. So we're just past the midway point of the first half. Glad you could join us on this Saturday night. Final game of a 3-game Ivy League slate here on ESPN Plus today.
A beautiful Saturday night outside, too.
Pretty much perfect conditions for this type of match, this time of year, as that one goes over the head Wilson.
They've been trying to work that long ball, but not much success for Dartmouth so far in this match. In the previous one going long, they've tried a couple other times where it's gone out past the back end line or a tough position, stuck at the far side corner for Dartmouth.
Bears looking to move forward here through Palela. Broken up. Nice job by Magnon. And now Apong Ousu able to draw the contact. And through the back line it goes again. Fenton. Apong Ousu. Dartmouth enjoying a little bit of the possession here. Nice cutback from Karayorgis. There's a big green with some nice space on the far side. They want to try to set up that run. You can see on the far side, James Wilson getting ready to go. The ball never came, and now D'Agostini will pop it up. Steve Peterson gets clattered from behind.
Hard contact right there. He's holding the backside of his head around the lower head area, upper neck. Take a look at this last replay here.
Wilson putting really a forearm right into the back of his head. A dangerous situation there. They did call the foul, but still no cards yet in this one, which is somewhat rare for this game.
Very rare, and very rare for where both of these teams have been coming off matchups with plenty of cards recently. 6 cards combined in the match for Dartmouth against UNH 1 week ago, and one of those was a red card. We talked about it earlier, Ben Bilden.
Good toss ahead here for Palela. Palela trying to shake free of the defense. Working it towards Steve Peterson. As the Bears continue to hold, and Apong Ousu able to finally come away with it for Dartmouth. Karayorgis didn't like what he saw, tried to go back. Good pressure from Gogo Peters. As this one on a line ahead for Sams. Sams taken down, and there we go, almost right on cue, Sal, the first yellow card of the day. It's going to go to Ike Doffey of the Bears. Just his second yellow of the season. I'm sure we'll get another look at that challenge. Came in the back of the leg of Sams. I think Coach Wildman perhaps wondering, though, well, you know, where was the card when James Wilson came in with a forearm to the back of Steve Peterson's head?
That was much heavier contact.
So either way, first yellow of the night. To the Bears, Ike Doffey. Dartmouth will make a change as they bring in Oscar Magnusson, the senior from Reykjavik, Iceland.
Mitchell Treese comes in for Brown, first-year midfielder out of Naples, Florida.
Yeah, Magnusson scored one of the goals against the Bears last year in the 2-1 Dartmouth win. And Marshall Treese, well, he's appeared in 7 previous games for the Bears.
First career assist against Holy Cross on August 29th. That was the season opener for the Bears.
Keep an eye on one of the other changes Dartmouth just made. Vasilios Miras, first team All-Ivy a season ago, 6 goals, 2 assists, had the game winner in last year's matchup. He also came in at that last change.
Again, another long ball there that Dartmouth just is unable to capitalize on the previous possession, once again going out past the back end line.
So Palela and Steve Peterson had checked out for the Bears. As Coach Wallman also getting Carlo Brown into the match as well. Diego Elizalde. This one played ahead off of Elizalde. Spicer making a play on this one, trying to get around Mitchell, but Mitchell a safe play out of bounds.
Yeah, dangerous ball across there. It was Dafe who sent it slicing across in the backfield section. Got headed out towards the far side here as Dartmouth was looking to see if they can run out in transition, resulting in a throw-in here for the Big Green.
Yeah, it'll be Wilson. A little toss that time for Miras. Big big green. Keep it moving near side as it comes across. Kariorgis. Tough pass there. Here's Amaral. Ahead for Carlo Brown. Elizalde, was he on? Yes, he was. Very close, but timed the run well. Elizalde. Oh, nice job to get around the defender. Plays it through, and that one knocked aside.
Just a little bit behind in the box there in the pass by Elizalde.
Fenton up ahead. Miras, little heel pass. Broken up by Snaith for Amaral. Amaral. Will hold for now. Now leaves it for Mitchell. Mitchell. Looking centrally, Carlo Brown muscled off the ball that time, but got a toe on it. There's another Dartmouth miscue. Bears unable to capitalize, however, this time. Fenton acres the space in front of him. He'll take it. It's one guy the Bears have to be aware of down this left flank. Fenton now towards the middle. Doffy has got to be a little careful, playing on a yellow, and just outworks Fenton that time. Great work from Ike Doffy.
Yeah, Ike Doffy, a couple big defensive plays in this match so far.
Handball that time on Sebastian Magnon as he went down. He's saying, well, I can't help it. Well, it doesn't change the fact that it's a handball.
One of the extracurricular activities after that whistle, too. James Snaith.
Yeah, it's another one of those games where the team has to keep their heads about them. So the Bears do a nice job of that against UMass Lowell as the shenanigans really got out of hand in that one. But they were able to keep cool, and it paid off in their 4-1 victory with 3 late goals past the 70-minute mark.
That's the most goals that Brown scored this season. A very solid win for the Bears going up against RPI-ranked number 83 UMass Lowell in that matchup. Season high 4 points with a goal and 2 assists for Lorenzo Amaral 1 week ago.
Well, impressive for the Bears in that one, and that goalkeeper had only allowed 1 goal on the season, with a .25 goals against coming into that game for the Riverhawks. Bears on the attack now. Wharton, little toe poke ahead for Amaral, but Wilson able to jump in front of that one for the big green. And now it comes out wide for Kariorgis.
For the big green, they played an extremely challenging schedule coming into this match. A couple ranked opponents that they faced this season. Number 7 ranked University of Vermont. They tied in a 3-3 draw. Vermont, national champions from last year, lost by a goal 1-0 against Bryant, ranked at number 14 in the country on September 2nd.
And talking with Coach Bo Shangmi about that, said, you know, like they were trying to prepare, obviously, for what they know is a gauntlet in the Ivy League, trying to get some of the best teams possible. And even that New Hampshire team, they're a little bit down this year, but that is still an extremely talented and dangerous team that I wouldn't be surprised to hear more from later on this season, despite the start that they've had. Tussle on the far side. Dartmouth looking for the equalizer. Spicer trying to get free as he's chased out by Snaith. Leaves it to the corner. Was looking for Wilson, but a little bit too much juice on that one.
It's been tough so far for Dartmouth with these possessions, trying to connect, especially when they get inside their attacking zone close to the box. It's been just tough for them to connect on some of these possessions.
Bears trying to get out of their own end as this one's sent out of play. Be reset by Max Pfaffman. Pfaffman hasn't had to be too busy yet. Unofficially, I've got him down for just the 1 save that he bobbled a little bit on the free kick from Spicer. Other than that, hasn't really had to do much of anything.
He's coming off a great match, too, against Providence. Career high 4 saves that he tied on Tuesday in the 1-1 draw.
Unfortunately for him, there wasn't too much he can do on the eventual game winner from Sam Montalto that came in the 90th minute. As the Bears look ahead, trying to go for Elizalde. Amaral will track it down. Now leaves it out for D'Agostini. We'll stop and survey the scene for a moment. Dartmouth, the Bears have a little bit of time on the ball right in that back end of the middle third. Comes out for Doffy. Found a little soft spot. Doffy stared down by Fenton. Puts it across off Elizalde. Treese trying to track it down, and he will. He's watched by Wilson. Able to find Mitchell. Mitchell working with Treese. Trying to cut it back in for Mitchell. Never got there, but Amaral cleans it up.
Yeah, great job to stay with that possession there for Amaral and get tripped up in the back end of this play here.
That's going to be, well, maybe just a stern talking to for Spicer. We'll see if the official goes to the pocket. As of right now, he's not. And Emerald saying, hey, you know, you're carding our guy earlier for a little bit of contact. Now we'll see if Spicer's talking himself into a card here. Just a little shove, little clip of the ankles right in front of the ref. So did he show the yellow? Yes, he did eventually. So he's writing it down there in his little book.
Spicer's one of the key players this season, having an excellent year for the Big Green. First-year midfielder out of Buckinghamshire, England. 6 points with 2 goals and 2 assists. Currently tied for the top points leader on Dartmouth this season.
Yeah, and Coach O'Shawney saying, you know, he's a special player. Was hoping that he's ready for this first Ivy League matchup, as it's definitely a step up in intensity. But felt that he was indeed ready. Here's the kick from Amaral. Into the mixer it goes, looking for a head off of D'Agostini, but just couldn't direct it on frame. But not a bad developing play there for the Bears. Another look here.
Spiraling ball. Had position, just high and away.
Yeah, just kind of mistimed the jump a little bit to D'Agostini. Caught himself on the way down when he struck the ball with his head, forcing that one over the bar. As Dellis will send this one into the Providence night sky. Spicer trying to play it wide. And that one's going to be knocked out of play. As Magnuson had the final touch. Toffee down the line for Carlo Brown. Sends it to Amaral. And now trying to get Treese out wide. Overlapping run from Mitchell. Gets him in stride. Poked away, though, nicely. As Mitchell tried to make his way through. Elizalde able to recover back. And now he'll settle. Hilla. Ahead for Amaral. Fenton on him quickly. Now D'Agostini. Oh, nice through ball splitting the defense. They were looking for Treese on the run.
Just a little bit too strong in that 3 ball now.
Coming away with it is James Wilson. And then the professional foul from Zion Wharton. Just a little hello there for their new favorite player, Ollie Spicer. It does present another restart for the Big Green. With just under 10 minutes left here in the first half. In case you missed it earlier, Mateo Pelela, second goal of the season. That one came back in the 8th minute. The only marker so far tonight. Magnon getting ready for the free kick here. Dartmouth bringing some numbers forward. High lofting ball into the 18. Gets to Fenton on the back end. Quick shot, and that one blasted over. Spicer got into a dangerous spot, but just couldn't get over the ball enough that time before he launched it towards the net.
Yeah, rocket of a shot right there, just way too high by Spicer. That's a dangerous area, sea of players, but an opening for him to attempt that shot, but way off target.
So Max Pfaffman, 6'2" sophomore. To restart, here's Hilla. Going vertical for Carlo Brown. Falls to Elizalde and brought it down with his arm. Now we'll have some more changes. The Bears will bring in Langdon Griglis, one of their captains, along with Carter Smith. Carter Smith making just his second appearance of the season.
Substitutions for the Bears, number 6, Langdon Griglis.
But
and
Smith, a guy that Coach
Carter
Wallman
Smith
has been pretty happy with.
Replacing number 10, Lorenzo
He
Amaral,
is available and fit and ready to go.
Zion Wharton.
Some more changes for Dartmouth. They bring in Nick Kajambuzi. And I believe Cameron Brain out there as well.
Cameron Brain, a junior forward from London, England, making his 5th appearance this season.
A little English connection out there. And Spicer, tough turnover to Carlo Brown. Brown will get out wide. Spicer with the challenge. Not sure who he's frustrated with. He's the one that had turned it over. As the Bears work it back for D'Agostini. Hilla. Finds space for Doffy. Doffy working with Smith. Smith, a little give and go, but it was broken up. Now Doffy coming back. Ball ping-ponging around. Who wants to settle it? Riglis trying to send it for Snaith. Snaith facing some pressure, and it'll be another foul on the big green. So again, the fouls continuing to pile up here tonight for both sides. Fortunately, stats down right now, but as soon as they are up, we will fill everybody in on the exact numbers. But
it was Cameron Brain from behind there who tripped up Snaith. So free kick coming up here for the Bears.
Here's where you see teams getting creative, starting guys in an offside position and starting to move them around as the ball gets striked, and they'll keep it short. Elizalde, and now Snaith will push it into the box, headed back across, but Dellis there.
Yeah, he had the idea, the Bears there off the header. He'd like to see if there was another player closer to the goalkeeper converging on that, but nobody towards the middle.
Yeah, they were able to get Hilla in pretty deep. The wrinkle that time. And as again, Dartmouth possess on its back line. Bears in a ready position to pounce. Carlo Brown applying a little pressure here. Kari Yargis on a line, and about 5 yards offside was Miras. It's one of the easier calls the assistant referee will get to make tonight on that far side. Obviously, he is quite a dangerous player, and someone the Bears have to be aware of. It was a good job by D'Agostini holding him offside that time.
Yeah, Miraz is coming off an all-region first-team selection from last year, also an Ivy League first-team all-selection. So one of the key players of the roster for Dartmouth coming into this matchup, coming into the season, named to the Herman Trophy watch list at the beginning of the season. One of 29 Division I men's soccer players named to the preseason watch list.
Yeah, he's gotten off to a slow start here in 2025, but Coach O'Shawney feeling that's someone that could definitely heat up, and would love to see that progress start right now as the Ivy League play begins. Bears going long for Carlo Brown. Fenton the initial header, and then the touch out of play. And the Bears will maintain possession here. Throw in for Ike Doffy. Now Snaith behind him. He'll use them. Wisely plays it across for D'Agostini. Hilla, and now Snaith again as they work that triangle. D'Agostini quarterbacking things right now for the Bears as we've dipped under 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Showing some patience here for the Bears as they'll elect to use their backfield.
And Dartmouth doing a good job pressuring the Bears now. Miras. And everybody, oh boy, Doffy upended and came down really hard on that hip. You can hear that landing up here. And we'll see if the trainer has to come out and attend. And watch him. He's going to get upended there, and he's just going to come down flat on that back side. And that certainly never feels good. Again, we knew this was going to be physical. There's another instance of it there.
He's been such a key player so far in this matchup. Couple blocks that he's had defensively inside the backfield to begin this match.
I think Langdon Griglis having a conversation with the officials saying, okay, that's not a card worthy there. It's a little bit late, a little bit reckless on the challenge.
The referees have let these two teams play physical today. We've seen 2 cards so far in this match.
Yeah, just the one to Doffy and the one to Ollie Spicer so far. And Doffy's going to try to walk this one off. The problem I see in his future right now is, you're nearing that halftime break where you're not going to be moving around, and that could kind of freeze up in a hurry. You'll see maybe they'll keep him on a stationary bike or something, but Duffy, we've seen his toughness on display multiple times this season. I guess we'll see it again tonight. And the referee stopping play again as Hilla. I'm not sure if it's a clock issue. I think they want to add a little bit more time to the clock. I'm going to add 4 seconds. And now they'll get underway. Here's D'Agostini. As you see, Dartmouth getting their press a little earlier this time, and it pays off. Bears lose it. Spicer, though, just possessed by Griglis. Good pressure from Carlo Brown, and
giveaway there by Dartmouth.
looks like the ball was out ahead of time. That'll stop play again, and Dartmouth kicking the ball away, and they're going to be fortunate they're picking up another card there. As the Bears perhaps looking for a little bit of insurance heading into the halftime break. Well, smashed away, Doffy, the closest to it.
Great to see that. He's back up on the field right now after that contact a couple moments ago.
Carter Smith, the last touch there, giving Fenton and the big green the throw. Well, Fenton tosses it ahead over Miras. Doffy able to win it for Griglis. About 2.5 to go here in the first half. Grayson Mitchell racing down that left flank. Little stutter step, and Spicer got the deflection. Here's Wilson. As he's looking for at least some kind of movement up front. Lollipop throw headed the other way. And they'll do it again. Well defended by Griglis, on a line for Carlo Brown. Good quarter turn. Now has Elizalde. Lost the handle, but the Bears keep it moving for Doffy. And not sure if that was just a miscommunication between Carlo Brown and Doffy. Doesn't matter in the end. Griglis, the shot off the rear end of one of the Dartmouth defenders down low. Miras, a heel touch to nobody in particular. Grayson Mitchell able to settle it out wide for Griglis. D'Agostini. As Doffy. Into the 90 seconds we go. Nearing the halftime intermission. On a line for Elizalde. Trying to spin around to his defender. Was held off nicely by Karayorgis. Karayorgis all the way back.
One minute
To the
remaining in the
45th
first
minute
half.
of play. That's Kashambuzi playing it out wide. Now Wilson.
Nice pass.
Kept alive on the outside, but Dartmouth running thin on time. They do have the option of the long throw. Into the 18 it goes. Snaith for Carlo Brown. Wisely just sends it.
Able to clear that one out of there for the Bears.
Final 20 seconds. Wilson trying to get free. Karayorgis
8, 7, 6.
lays it towards the area.
5,
Miras
4,
and offside
3,
on the play.
2, 1.
And that'll do it for the first half of the Bears with the 1-0 lead thanks to Mateo Palela, who came through in the 8th minute of action. That is the difference so far. Time for us to step aside. We'll be back with more from Stevenson Pinson's Field. You're watching the Ivy League on ESPN.
they look to improve upon. That's been shots per game for them, only averaging 7.33 shots per game so far today through the first half, just 2 total shots in the matchup.
So they'll flip sides here for the second half. There's Max Pfaffman clad in the red. The Bears defending that goal to the right of your screen. In the white unis tonight, dark numbers on their backs. Dartmouth in the road greens with the hard-to-read dark green on top of dark green numbers on their backs. Bears trying to get vertical here as they've again kind of mixed and matched some of their personnel. Elizalde remains out there. Palela back. Steestrup Peterson back. Amaral still out there. And Go-Go Peters remains on the bench for Brown.
There's Nick Cashambuzzi with a quick foul there, leading to a free kick just past midfield for Brown.
Also of note right now for Dartmouth, no Eider Baltinson yet, although we do see Douglas Arvahar, the big number 9, the 6'5 junior out of Stockholm, Sweden, to help lead the line up top for Dartmouth in this second half. So Coach Oshani going to the bench, trying to get creative with his personnel as they search for the equalizer. This one headed towards their own net and in. An own goal, and the Bears with a 2-0 lead. A most unfortunate of mistakes for Dartmouth. Not even 2 full minutes into the second half. And the Bears, and again, there's the mistakes, the miscues, having to be mentally ready for every moment. And you got to feel bad here for Dartmouth. As getting a clean head on it, I believe it was Uno, the junior out of Paris, France. No chance for Dellis, as he just seemed a little bit uncommitted on what he really wanted to do there. He knew he needed to get ahead to it. He had the Bears lurking behind him, but unfortunately not enough power to send it over the goal or wide enough.
Yeah, he needed to clear that one out of the box, and he was running towards that ball, but ricocheted off the top of the head in the spot that you don't want it to be for that own goal there for the Big Green. And it's going to be tough now for Dartmouth, trailing 2-0 in this matchup. We talked about it all throughout this match. Comes down to who can play a clean match here. We've seen it from the Bears so far. For Dartmouth, mistakes, that's come to haunt them so far today.
We'll see if Coach Bo Oshani will have to make some kind of formational change as well and try to get his offense unlocked. As extra ball in the field there, that's the reason for the stoppage. They'll also move Ike Doffey back a little bit for this throw. Dartmouth, the team that only averages 1.5 goals per game, up against it here against the Bears, who on the season have been giving up goals at about 1.3 per contest. Good pressure here from Treese. Excuse me, that was Amaral. Treese was taken out at the half for Amaral, as Griglis sends it ahead. That one headed down. The Bears trying to get to that second ball again. Good work by Cashambuzzi, trying to send it forward for Arvahar. And Arvahar a little bit too physical in the estimation of the official. And the big Swede will have to retreat back.
Ike Doffey, his first goal of the season in the 47th minute.
So right now they're crediting the goal to Doffey, who took the free kick.
And that'll be his first collegiate goal.
It certainly was an own goal. It'll be interesting if they revisit that later on, as Amaral caught offside. Got just in behind the defense. He took the space in front of Hudson Kohler. So kind of a whole bunch of changes out there for head coach Bo Oshani.
Kohler's in his first season from Woodside, California.
Another exciting player for the Big Green. Some of their youth movement. Bears good pressing action here as Kohler sends it back. And that right hamstring is not looking good right now for Uno, as it is pretty heavily hit. We saw him kind of walking gingerly early in the first half after a challenge, and certainly not moving as crisply as he usually would. Here's Miras trying to make something happen for the Big Green. Are in desperate need of a special moment. And that one off the mark. A slight zig instead of a zag out of Wilson. And it'll be a Brown goal kick.
Once again, we've seen it a couple times in this match for Dartmouth, between miscommunication, where they're going right there, and just not on point. with one another in the previous possession there. Wilson stopped in his stride. Pass was too far for Wilson, and decided not to track that one down.
Doffy with some speed, playing it up ahead for Palela. Had the opening goal in this one. If it holds up, it'll be a second game winner of the season. Steestra Peterson given a little bit of freedom to roam here in the middle of the pitch. Snaith quickly pressed on by Spicer, and it's knocked away. Wilson will have the throw upcoming here for the Big Green. Goes all the way back to Kohler. Uno being put under by Elizalde. Softly leaves it for Kohler. Kohler now up ahead on a line. Bears, though, doing a nice job keeping Dartmouth hemmed in. This is where we saw Dartmouth starting to go long quite a bit in that first half. Just couldn't really slice and dice through the middle portion of the field. Decided to just go over that middle portion. But still just the one shot on goal for the Big Green that came off that free kick in the first half as Uno sends it back to Dellis again. You can see how fluid the Brown attacking line looks in their defense here with that press all in unison, taking good angles. And that's what Coach Waldman wants to see out there. As it's played wide for Spicer. Dartmouth now enjoying a little bit of possession here, trying to find a little bit of rhythm on the offensive end. Kohler, good settling touch. Down the line he goes. Wilson. Steestra Peterson won the challenge but knocked it out. Anticipation here of the long throw from their tri-captains, James Wilson. Heaves it into the box, headed up by Harvarson. And that one on the line. That's going to be a save for Pfaffman. A sharp angle shot, well defended by the Brown sophomore.
Very tough shot from that angle.
Now has the outlet for Hilla. Pfaffman stumbling a little bit on that clearance. Which was won by Wilson. Kohler. Arvahar's pass picked off by Mitchell. Long ball ahead for Amaral. Does well to settle it down. Has Doffy making the run. Doffy creating the space for Amaral. Wants it on that left foot. The shot, and that one sails over the net. But even though Doffy didn't get the pass on that run, that certainly is what allowed Amaral to get that shot off. The hard work does not go unnoticed by the coaching staff. Doffy's put in a heck of a shift tonight.
Yeah, what a game out of Doffy. A couple key defensive stops earlier on. Went down late stage of the opening half and just overcoming adversity, resiliency. Really shows the toughness out of that young man.
Absolutely.
Right there.
So Dartmouth now still in search of getting at least one on the board here. They'll send it wide. And Fenton is going to get called for offside. The flag went up. Was close, but it went up immediately. Not too much dissent from the Dartmouth bench. I think if anything, just out of frustration. Because Fenton definitely had the space out wide.
And that's now the third offsides in this match charged to Dartmouth. Brown limiting the mistakes throughout this entire match with just one out offside so far.
Pfaffman getting ready to launch this one ahead. As time continues to bleed off the clock for the Big Green. Battle in the midfield as you saw 3 brown jerseys.
Pressure's on defensively here with Elizalde.
Oh, miss hit there from Dellis. Peterson leaves it for Griglis. Couldn't quite line up the shot there, and the Bears will have to reset. Hilla finds Doffy, plenty of space to work with. Ahead for
Nice
Amaral.
pass.
Amaral inside and had it knocked away. Doffy trying to keep it alive over Elizalde. Now Snaith able to track it down. Grayson Mitchell Working with Peterson. He'll overlap. That opens the space for Peterson. Puts it ahead, and Dellis there for the grab. The Bears offense really clicking right now, creating chances and opportunities for their main guys. Dartmouth yet to really threaten tonight. And still a bit of a mystery why we have not seen Eider Baltinson. We did see him in the warm-ups. He was out there.
That's definitely the key impact player for Dartmouth, that you're down by 2 goals right now that you need to be inserted in this match, but
oh boy,
hasn't played so far today.
That was a strong, nearly illegal challenge from James Wilson. And
let them play on.
Yeah, a little bit surprised, and the referee giving the finger waggle saying, settle down, but my eyes, that seemed to be a foul that went uncalled. And that's where the spiciness of a game like this could start increasing. They let the play-ons like that happen. That's when players start taking a little bit extra leeway in some of their challenges. We'll see how the Bears can keep their heads if Dartmouth continues to push the pace.
Here's an opportunity for Dartmouth.
That one sent across and over the net, and frustration continues for Wilson. Fentano was able to catch up with it. Doffy, the intervention. And Palela able to utilize Amaral. Amaral slices it ahead for Palela. Out wide, Citra Peterson got in behind the defense. Citra Peterson ahead. Elizalde and Dellis. A fearless play off his line.
Just a little bit too strong there for Citra Peterson. Out in transition, had the right idea. Going to Elizalde here. We take a look at the replay right behind the defense, but great job by the goalkeeper Dellis, able to come out of the goalie box and dive and save it.
Yeah, Dellis cannot have a moment of hesitation in that situation, and boy, did he come off that line quickly. Now Dartmouth feeling the pressure from the Bears, trying to manufacture something. Kohler ahead for Kashambuzi. And now wide, it's Kariorgis. Left foots it ahead on a line. Mitchell able to get just a slight touch on it, but that kept it away from Miras.
That was a good slight touch there by Mitchell because he was right behind the defense, Miras. And Miras, the key impact player from Athens, Greece, all-region first-team selection last year.
Miras overshooting everybody, though, on that cross. He wanted Spicer, who was making the run in behind Doffy, but a misconnection and another opportunity going by the wayside for Dartmouth.
It's been a slow start from Miras this season. First-team selection last year. Second-team selection 2023, all-region selection. Only 1 goal for him on a penalty kick in the season opener against the University of New Haven on August 29th.
The Bears getting set to make another change as Marshall Treese at the table. The Bears working it up the far touchline now. Palela, who has one of the 2 brown goals. Looking for Elizalde. As that one sent back towards Dellis, and ooh, Dellis made it more interesting than he needed to. They're going to say corner kick. And that is another one of those mistakes. And you start adding up all those little plays over the course of this game, and you can understand why Dartmouth is down. But that really started with a tough ball back from Fenton. The Bears will get their first corner kick of the night.
Back all the way spiraling to Dellis and just wasn't able to stop it cleanly and hesitated and popped it up and sent it out.
Amaral from the far side. Bears overloading the 6-yard box. In swinger from Amaral towards the far post this time. That one curling back and off the head of Griglis, but that one just a little bit too deep that time. One of the Dartmouth players down on the ground, didn't see what happened there. And the trainer is going to be called on to check on it. I think it might be Magnon. It's either Magnon or Wilson. Let's see if we get a close-up of the player. It is Wilson. And, oh, they're going to take a look at this. So they're going to go to the VAR and look at this on the monitor. And we had 4 VAR situations on Tuesday in the Providence game, with mixed results if you are a Brown fan. I think the referee's looking for an elbow to the face of Wilson. And we'll take another look here. Again, so much jostling for position. Oh, just a little wipe of the fan. That's going to be nothing. D'Agostini getting his hand in the face. So this should be a quick review.
Certainly with a Ivy League opener been a physical matchup. Referees, for a good chunk of it, are letting them play on tonight.
Here's a little bit of an extra look. See right in the middle there, D'Agostini just kind of had his hand up. Of course, if you're Wilson, you're going to make the most of any kind of contact to your face, of course, in that situation. But certainly doesn't seem anything there to warrant really anything. If anything, maybe a stern talking to for D'Agostini to keep your hands to yourself. Comes a de facto timeout for both teams as the Big Green in search of some answers right now, trying to find a way to unlock this Brown defense, which has not been an easy thing to do tonight.
They've had their moments this season for Dartmouth. Couple close matches against ranked opponents, playing some of the top teams in the nation extremely close. One of them resulted in a tie. It was on the road at number 7 ranked University of Vermont, 3-3 on September 9th. Vermont last year won the national championship. And then one goal loss at home against Bryant University, is ranked 14th in the nation, 1-0 on September 2nd. So they've played a challenging schedule.
Yeah, so the referee out on the field now has already indicated that nothing seen on the VAR, as we kind of suspected there.
Yeah.
And talking about that Vermont and Dartmouth game, you know, Dartmouth had the lead by 2 goals, 15 minutes to go. The defending champs, the Catamounts, coming back strong in the end to get that 3-3 draw. So at least that was a quick review from our head official tonight, determining nothing worth calling there. Again, just D'Agostini kind of getting his hand up near the face of Wilson. Dartmouth, again, still trying to just get anything going up front. And credited for the 2 shots on goal, one off a direct kick in the first half, and then the second one in this half off the sharp angle. Both of them handled by Pfaffman.
And both of those kicks attempted by Ali Spicer, the team's top points leader this season with 6 points, 2 goals, 2 assists.
Yeah, you can see why Coach Ashani's so high on him. He's an exciting player. He's physical. You know, not the biggest guy, but he is not afraid to get involved in a challenge. A vocal guy out there, and certainly has some nice touch as well. Certainly one to watch for the future for Dartmouth men's soccer, as Miras trying to make some magic happen. And Steestra Peterson slows him down for the moment. Sets up another long throw-in, though, for Wilson. Kohler's checking 2, but I think this one's going into the 18. A toss from Wilson. Arvahar popped it up. And then skied away by the Bears. Steestra Peterson keeping it moving, and is going to get the deflection. Nope, he's not going to get the deflection. He thought he had it. AR saw it otherwise. As this one spins back into the field of play. Miras, so dangerous. Was the Bear killer last year in the 2-1 win. Trying to go through the legs of Mitchell. Eventually cleared away Steestra Peterson. Uno nursing that right hamstring. Able to catch up with it. Bears, I'm sure, would love to get him isolated in a 1v1. As Kohler makes his way down the touchline. Mitchell off his own man, Snaith. And D'Agostini sends that one into the stands. Nifty little turn there from Uno.
Mitchell trees.
Oh, bad mistake. Kashambuzi bears off to the races. Palela just couldn't get it out wide. He had Amaral. Well played by Karayorgis.
He had waited just a tad too late, as we see some contact here. Free kick awarded to Dartmouth.
Yeah, Arvahar sent down that time by Hilla. Take a look here at the foul. Comes right through the back of his leg. Easy foul to call. As the intensity slowly creeping up by the moment. Dartmouth down to under 30 minutes to find not just 1, but 2 goals in this one to level things off. Wilson dispossessed by Steestra Peterson, but again, that one just trickling out of play. This is Wilson long throw territory. Popped up, Spicer trying to settle. Couldn't release a shot. From long range, that one's going to be well wide. Pfaffman all over it. The bid from Karagiorgis. I think the Bears will settle for those type of shots the rest of this one. 25 to 30-yard range.
Yeah, really difficult shot there from kind of the middle of the arc all the way to midfield in that section, in that 25 to 30-yard range, and they'll take that.
Pfaffman blasted ahead, one in the air by Kajambuzi, and will go out for a Brown throw. Again, the Ivy opener so important. And get off on the right foot.
These are the matches that you look to towards the end of the season once November comes and standings get very, very close, that you look back at this season opener game that could determine whether you make the playoffs or miss the playoffs. Both of these teams certainly right next to each other in the preseason poll. Brown projected at number 5 and number 4 in the Ivy League preseason poll. Dartmouth right behind at number 5.
Well, last year, 7 teams were alive for the Ivy tournament going into the final weekend of play. For those 4 spots, the Bears able to earn one of those 4 spots last year. Grayson Mitchell now looking over his options. Toss ahead. Off of Palela. What they're going to say, a slight deflection off of Cameron Brain. Mitchell gives it a heave. Over Uno. Steestra Peterson trying to get around Kohler. Steestra Peterson shot bounces out, and Fenton clears it away. And there you saw an instance where, again, Uno nursing that right hamstring, couldn't really elevate on the header, and it nearly cost them.
Yeah, very lucky for Dartmouth there. Steestra Peterson got behind Uno, sent it out to his right, got cleared though for the big green to get that possession back to Dartmouth.
Here again, the Bears trying to go long, trying to get Uno running as it's sent back to him. Sends it back for Dellis. Amaral the pressure as it's chopped over his head for Fenton. Back for Dellis again. He gives it a ride. Won by Griglis. Settled by Snaith. That works it for Steestra Peterson. Working that near side. Mitchell on a line for Treese. Nice little touch over for Griglis. Has Doffy out wide. Like Doffy. Trying to send it across. Steestra Peterson couldn't quite get there as Kohler won the duel. Bears continuing to move forward. Hilla into the offensive third. Oh, what a move by Hilla to get around Kajambuzi. Hilla for Steestra Peterson. Shot blocked. Wilson. Very timely intervention to snuff out that chance.
Wow, that was some great defense right there by Wilson. Jumping the route, seeing Steestra Peterson cutting to the ball right here. Great pass, but excellent defensive play by Wilson here as we see it on the replay to push towards the left. Steestra Peterson sprinting for that, and great knockdown by Wilson.
So Steestra Peterson's night is done. He checks out. In comes Jamin Gogo Peters. Try to give the Bears attack a little bit of a lift. Amaral still out there for the Bears as well.
Jamin Gogo Peters, a second-team Ivy League selection back in 2022. All rookie team selection
Oh, a nice
well.
let there for Gogo Peters. Gets down the left side from the end line. Plays it across and knocked out by the big green. Uno and Karagiorgis at the last second able to converge and knock that one out of play, but you can see how dynamic Gogo Peters can be.
Slipping right past the defense right there, just substituted into the match, and you can see player with fresh legs, what he can do out there, making an impact in the first minute that he substitutes back in.
So with Peterson out of the game, it'll be James Snaith taking this corner from the near side. Another righty in-swinger type of kick. He'll drive it across towards the back post. Dellis had a hand on it, and Well, I guess I'm going to say too much pushing and shoving there as the ball came in. So hard to call that when there's so many guys in there jostling for
sea
position.
Of players right there.
And Della saying, all right, guys, got to march up the field. No longer want to mess around with the short ball back there. And away it goes towards midfield. Well won by D'Agostini. Fenton turns it upfield. A little bit of a shove there from Arvahar. And Duffy tracks it down. It's Nathan Duffy work it around for Palela. Trying to get Gogo Peters on the run. Wilson sent it back. Kohler. And now Dellis will have a decision to make. We'll leave it short for Uno. And Uno hampered by, oh boy, hampered by that right leg. Tough giveaway, Treese. And the Bears trying to pounce. Amaral across for Gogo Peters. Leaves it back. The shot blocked by the defense. Karayagis. And that was nearly disaster from Uno, who already has an own goal that went off his head earlier tonight.
Wow, just right place, right time there at the back end line by Karayagis, right next to the goalkeeper, Delos. It's a little bit up there.
Oh, you just wonder right now for Dartmouth, I mean, do they not have another option that they could put at center back, right? As he just does not look right out there. The way his leg is taped, the way he's moving around. We've seen a couple tough plays from him already in this second half. As here comes Miras, and Kohler, and back for Uno. Again, Uno a little bit soft with that touch. And fortunately for him, Kajambuzi able to help him out. Again, he's done. I just feel for the guy right now. He's trying to be a warrior, but at what point is he going to cost his team? As he had fallen down again on that last clearance. Dartmouth able to get it down the line. Mitchell escapes one challenge. Now up ahead for Gogo Peters, who gets upended by Kajambuzi, who does wise to just run away from the situation. As Dartmouth wants to make their changes now. In comes Will Lolka and also Sebastian Magnon. And surprise, Uno is going to stay out there. I am really, really surprised right now.
Yeah, just absolutely shocking. And for the Bears, you have to take a...
I say
see if they can seize the situation and see if they can attack him.
Try to go long this time down the near side, but overshoot Gogo Peters. Man, if I'm Coach Wildman, I'm putting a Treese or an Amaral right on him and just trying to send it through. As that one's tapped out of play, Miras will take the quick throw, or at least try to. Working with Wilson. Miras, who's been fairly quiet tonight. And a sweeping challenge there from Gogo Peters sends Kohler to the turf. Dartmouth down to just over 20 minutes remaining here in the second half. The Bears goals in the 8th minute and the 47th. Palela had the opener and then an own goal off an Ike Duffy free kick. And Dartmouth still just 2 shots on goal tonight. Uno chips it ahead. Brought down by Wilson. Kohler up ahead, but right to Mitchell. And Mitchell wondering how that was off of him. Now that one's certainly off of D'Agostini. Wilson trying to play it across, broken up by D'Agostini. Wilson's been very active here in the second half on this near flank. Spicer, juggling act down past a couple of defenders, keeps it moving along, and nice little touch there from D'Agostini as that one is headed away from the goal. And in, ping-ponging around. The Bears had wanted a foul earlier, didn't get it. No chance for Pfaffman, and Dartmouth claws one back. Well, have to see on the replay who exactly had the finishing touch, but boy, bang, bang play here. Put in by Wilson.
That's resiliency.
And here's
right
where they
there.
wanted the foul. Arbahar sent one of the players down, and it was, well, to see if we can get an official announcement of who put that one in. That last view, tough to see. As the Bears send it deep. Now trying to keep Dartmouth locked in. The big green with renewed life. As it's tossed ahead. Headed on by Arvahar. Treese. Now Go-Go Peters. And Go-Go Peters is going to get carded after an emphatic yelp from Wilson. So another yellow on the Bears. Go-Go Peters, second of the season. It wasn't Wilson, excuse me, it was Magnon with the big yelp. And oh, another Stevenson Pinsent's miracle. Seems to be okay. And didn't seem to be a lot. Definitely a foul.
In the 71st minute.
And it was Will Lolka who scored the previous goal for Dartmouth to make it 2-1. So that's Lolka's second collegiate goal.
Number 11, Jamin Go-Go Peters.
So Lolka out of New York City gets the big green on the board. And are they going to get the foul there? Yes, they will. And the problem with that challenge, it came from behind into his back. It was not a true shoulder-to-shoulder. The official got it right there.
Wilson with just a push there from the backside.
We'll see how the Bears respond. And Dartmouth with all the energy right now. You could sense the momentum starting to shift here in Providence. Again, these are always tight, cagey affairs. And another hit from behind is, you know, at what point are those hits from behind going to be a card? The ball was away as they take down Amaral. Watch this. I mean, there's no play on the ball there. That's just a straight shoulder into the back of Amaral.
The referees have just kept them letting play on or allowed them.
Well, I mean, he gets the foul, but that's got to be a card.
Yeah.
Especially if you could sense that this one's starting to get chippier and chippier by the moment.
It's been shocking at this rate in the match that there hasn't been more cards at this point.
That one off of Go-Go Peters. Wilson a quick throwback for Kohler. Sent back for Uno. And now Spicer. He'll accelerate. Chips it ahead. Miras. The shot and that one to the moon. Again, a well-developed counterattack, though, by the big green. They're starting to find the space. They're starting to find the rhythm up front. And now they're starting to outchance the Bears here in the second half.
That's one for Spicer there that you want to have back because he slipped right past the defense and he just rocketed that shot way too high.
Pfaffman will send everybody ahead. The Bears got to be a little careful of not becoming too defensive here. The Bears were at their best when they were in attack mode. There's the high kick there on Miras. He's not happy with it, but certainly a leg in a high and unnatural position. The Bears looking for some insurance again.
You've seen it all throughout this match that the intensity, physicality is ramping up. And for Dartmouth, unhappy about the previous call, they cannot let that get to them if they want to keep on hanging in this match right now in a one-goal match.
It goes all the way back for Pfaffman. Ahead trying to get Uno on the run as they want to attack him. Snaith plays it wide for Amaral. Amaral into the area, but cleared away by Uno. And Griglis shoved down. Is Arvahar again. Caught him in a tough spot. And the Bears will again have a restart in a pretty good spot. Contact from behind again from Arvahar. So Amaral, set piece taker from this range. He'll put it into the mixer. Looking for D'Agostini, who gets clobbered by Dellis. And they get a foul on D'Agostini.
Now that's stunning right there. He's down.
I mean, is he not in a right spot to receive a ball there? I mean, he's not going into the keeper. The keeper is clattering into him. Let's take another look here. He's entitled to make a play on this as well.
Just gets clobbered by Delos there, just going up for the header. Just shocking that the officials went with the call being in Dartmouth's direction.
I mean, I understand that the natural tendency to protect the keepers, obviously super important. You can understand that, but in that situation there, Della's coming hard off his line. D'Agostini has back to him as he's trying to receive that ball coming in. Not sure how that could be a foul on D'Agostini unless they're saying D'Agostini was in a reckless position. Coach Wallman, I'm sure, wondering the same thing right now, but he's got to find a way to get his guys refocused right now. Obviously, Dartmouth starting to maybe get in the heads of the Bears a little bit as they increase the physicality and, you know, try to make the most out of some of these challenges and bait the official into some calls that maybe are or aren't calls, and that's part of the game. You see it at all levels.
We've seen with the previous goal, just the momentum switch in the favor of Dartmouth. That was a ping-pong type goal that they needed a bounce to go their way. They got the bounce to be able to go that way with Loka to make it now a one-goal match and starting to finally connect on possessions. That was a struggle early on in this match for Dartmouth, is that Brown outnumbered Dartmouth in the first half 64 to 36% in total possession time. And now we're starting to see the Big Green connect them more of their possessions, flip the possession arrow in their favor.
Loka settles it back for Kohler. Bears getting a couple more changes at the table ready to come in. Zion Wharton and Carlo Brown. A nice little half turn there from Grayson Mitchell. Treese being held up there by Kohler as it sails out of bounds. And now the Bears will get their changes. So out goes Griglis. In comes Wharton to replace him. And also out goes Mateo Palela, who had the opening goal tonight.
Carlo Brown just entered the match, the junior from New York City.
14, Mateo Paredes.
Good minutes out of him earlier in the first half, played about 17 minutes. As Kohler, mishit there. Carlo Brown trying to beat him to the spot as it's played into the Brown bench. And again, when you add up all the mistakes over the course of this game, Dartmouth, some self-inflicted wounds over the course of this one for sure.
That could very well be the difference maker in the outcome of this match. That own goal in the opening minute of the second half certainly stings for Dartmouth right now, being a difference on the board.
Uno tracking back, immediately put under by Carlo Brown. And was there a double deflection? Yes, there was. So good pressure from Carlo Brown. Instant impact for him since checking in about a minute ago. And again, we talk about Uno, that heavily wrapped leg. He's gutting it out for sure.
Number 8,
But you just
James
wonder
Snape.
at any point, is it going to be too much of a liability for Dartmouth back there? The Bears go back to Snaith here. Or the corner. Sent across near pipe, and that one headed away easily by Arvahar. And Miras could not quite catch up with it. Not sure where Miras is going with the ball. You would think Dartmouth wouldn't want to waste time as Miras marching onto the field with it. A toss ahead, Carlo Brown trying to post up, leaves it for Go-Go Peters. Trying to give and go there. Carlo Brown gets it back. Here's Snaith into the area. Snaith off of Magnon. And coming all the way back, Miras lifts it ahead, but right to Wharton. Manages to squeeze it off to Grayson Mitchell. Good work by the Bears to maintain possession. And switch the point of attack now for Ike Doffey. Hilla ahead for Snaith. Plays it wide for Doffey, who again continues to roam that space on the right side, and down goes another Dartmouth, and they're going to get a foul.
That seemed extremely delayed there.
That's because it wasn't really a foul, and it's another miracle there on the far side. And these are some wily veteran guys.
That's a way right there to sell a call. Kargiogis.
Panayotis, Karayorgis getting the most out of that one there. As that one off the head of Arhavar. Again, still no sign of Eider Baltinson. He's Dartmouth's leading goal scorer, a dynamic player, a lethal finisher.
He made a massive impact in the matchup against Vermont. 2 out of the 3 goals in that match to force the 3-3 draw.
Pfaffman slipping to the ground as he lifts that one ahead for Gogo Peters. Gogo Peters being held onto, and now they're going to get a card on Kohler. It's been a long time coming for him tonight, as he just grabs on to Jamin Gogo Peters. It's another entry into the book of the official. Just the second Dartmouth card tonight. The Bears also with 2.
The yellow card has been issued to Dartmouth's number 22, Hudson Kohler.
But it does stop the clock with 78:42 remaining here in the second half. Snaith keeps it on the ground for Amaral. Lifts it into the area. A chance there for Hill. And the shot. Oh, what a save from Dellis. Oh, my goodness. Denying Gogo Peters of the Bears' 3rd goal. Mark that one down.
That was an absolutely outstanding save right there for Dellis. We'll take a look at the replay.
Number 10, Lorenzo Amaral.
Amaral sends it inside the box. Ricocheted over to Gogo Peters, and
that was
right
with his
Dellis.
own man crashing into him. Wilson right there crashing into Dellis. So it sets up another Brown corner. It'll be their 4th of the night. Lorenzo Amaral from the far side is the official, having words with Snaith and Wilson. Again, so much jostling for position on these corners in a tight area. Kick from Amaral towards the near pipe, and that one headed away by Dartmouth. I believe it was Arvahar sending that one out of play. I think the referee is going to say it needs to be taken from the other side.
Yeah.
So that'll be James Snaith take this one for the Bears.
Bears corner kick. Number 8, James Snaith.
Again, Magnon getting very physical inside the box there with Carlo Brown as it's sent across, headed away. Arvahar again.
Amaral misplayed that ball.
And that one off of Amaral, and there was not. They need to almost look at that. There was no contact. That one was a strike into the midsection of Amaral, and I don't understand what he's getting a card for.
He was running away from that ball well
Again,
away.
The gamesmanship. I mean, he kicked Amaral. Either way. Looks like Arvahar's going to be okay. He'll trot off up the field once again. I think what the Brown bench is asking for is a little bit of consistency, though, with some of these calls.
The yellow card has been issued to the Bears, number 10, Lorenzo Amaral.
So that's now 3 yellows on Brown in this match. Dafe, Gogo Peters, now Amaral, all with 1 yellow card each. On the other side, Kohler with a yellow card for Dartmouth.
Magnon with the takeaway. Wilson playing it ahead. Miras. And offside on the play was Miras. And again, just the little things like that, that picking up the ball, rolling it away. Those are the things the Bears are going to have to be wary about if the referee's not going to punish the big green.
For Dartmouth right now, under 10 minutes left to go in the match, you got to start to use urgency at this point in this match if you want to get the equalizer. A critical conference opener right now.
Go Peters, and unable to keep it in with Snaith.
We haven't seen too many mistakes by Brown in this match, but that was a rare mistake right there. Really opens up the door now for the big green.
All the way back to Uno. Carlo Brown with the immediate pressure. Gonna make Uno have to accelerate, and again, Uno making the most of that one. Certainly a little bit of contact, but Bears just need to retreat back here as Dartmouth pressing for the equalizer.
And all 81 minutes out there by Uno tonight. Still out there since the start of this match.
Amaral lost the handle. Miras playing it wide. Wilson making the run and unable to keep it in.
That's a critical possession for Dartmouth that just doesn't go their direction right now in a match that we're down to the final 8 minutes of action remaining.
Ball comes all the way back to Hilla. He clears it away. Uno able to get ahead on it. Sent forward. Over Uno. Reverses it. The overhead kick. Kariorgis. Over Doffy, who mistimed the jump. Wharton, though, with the backup. Amaral. First touch out of trouble. Moves along for Mitchell. Arvahar with the pressure. Now Go Peters. Go Peters got a little bit too in front of him. Uno. A nice ball ahead for Miras. Tracking back is Hilla. Hilla trying to shield it out of play. Nearly turned it over. Bears do well to escape the pressure. Snaith for Go Peters. Oh, quick little heel pass. Carlo Brown, as Wilson was all the way back. Brown playing it across, letting it go, and Treese let it go when he probably should have touched it. Wharton absorbs the contact. Now Miras tracking it down, and behind the play, I believe it is Wilson who is down, and it could be a cramping situation or some other musculature thing, as he was obviously way behind the play. Uno still bending over. He's a mess back there with that right leg taped up.
Yeah, back to that previous pass here as we take a look at the replay.
Yeah, that's about as slick as you can get. We'll keep an eye on Wilson here at the end of this play, and you're going to see him just kind of go down there. He just was, something didn't feel right. But again, he's been a heck of a player up and down this flank all game long.
For Brown, that's one that you really need to execute right there on an insurance possibility to see if they can go up 3-1. It was Treese alongside Go Peters in the area, both of them kind of staring in the middle for that ball. That's one that you have to have there if you're the Bears, if you want to jump out to a 3-1 advantage possibility.
Time running thin here for the big green. Just a hair over, 7 minutes to go. Checking in is Oscar Magnuson. Saw him a little bit in the first half. And now returns for the injured Wilson. Still no Baltinson. Kariorgis. And that'll be headed out of play by Doffy as he was able to step in front of Sam Fenton. Will set up for the long toss. Towards the corner of the 6, the head on it, towards the net, but Pfaffman able to easily grab that one. Well, we'll see if the Bears have learned their lesson. Their end of game management. We're in a similar spot on Tuesday against Providence. The 1-goal lead late in the game. Spicer, the spin out of trouble. Mitchell able to take it off his foot. Bears got to be careful. Can't get too cute on the back line. Doffy unable to hold on. Ward's punched up ahead. Kariorgis back to Dellis. Pressure from Treese. Now Kohler trying to send Magnuson. And Mitchell does well to shield it out of play.
Yeah, great position right there by Mitchell. Not allowing Magnuson to have position on that ball.
Toss ahead, but right at Magnon. Go Peters does a smart thing, sends it towards the corner, and Uno needed Dellis to come out.
Here comes Carlo Brown.
Yeah, that's almost a no man's land for Uno, especially the way his leg is right now. Dangerous pass across face of goal there by Dellis for Kariorgis, and he blasts it out of play. So the Bears' pressure pays off that time. And the referee's just going to make sure the Bears taking the throw from the right spot. Doffy. Toss it in, looking for Carlo Brown, who sends it back to Wharton. D'Agostini back to Wharton again. Mitchell deflects towards Go Peters, does well to get past Magnuson. Go Peters earns the corner for the Bears.
There's a great read on that ball by Go Peters. Was deflected off a big green defender, but still spiraled in his direction. An excellent adjustment that he made for that ball, and he'll draw the corner here as we take a look at that adjustment.
Bears corner kick.
A couple bounces.
Number 8, James Snape.
Able to get that ball off the ricochet off Kohler to force the corner kick.
Sixth corner for the Bears. Snaith puts it across into the mixer, headed towards the PK spot, and smashed away. Bouncing ball, won by Spicer. Could not turn the corner on Wharton. Wharton trying to spring Carlo Brown on the right side, and that one sent into the stands on the far side. Just over 3 minutes remaining here in the second half.
If you're head coach Chase Wileman, you really got to love the effort by Brown here in half number 2 to generate these corners. 6 corner kicks in the match. They went in with no corner kicks going into the half, and all 6 here generated in the second half.
Dartmouth clears that one again towards the practice football fields. Bears will be happy about that. Allows them to take a little bit more time off the clock with all these dead ball situations. To the corner it goes, over Carlo Brown. And Dartmouth looking for a ball, but they've sent a couple quite far out of bounds. Kariorgis looking to toss this one up ahead, and they're going to say he lifted his foot for an illegal throw. First time I've seen that call all season long.
Yeah, it's just the mistakes all throughout this match for Dartmouth.
Now the Bears will make another change. Carter Smith in to close this one out.
For the Bears, number 28, Carter Smith returns.
Treese will check out.
Number 17, Marshall
So maybe a little bit
Treese.
more of a defensive look here to make sure they don't concede anything late.
When the Big Green have had momentum going in their direction like the previous goal, they just cannot keep that momentum going with the mistakes haunting them throughout this match.
Carter Smith does well. Earns the deflection off a Big Green player there. As the Bears are 2 minutes away from an Ivy League win here to start their Ivy season. And well done again to get the corner off the deflection. This will be Amaral. As the
Bears corner kick.
Again, would love
Number
to add
10,
one more tally to their count here
Amaral.
tonight. We'll see if Amaral could bend this one into a dangerous spot. In swinger. Right into the arms of Dellis. Dellis looking to release this one and does. Big punt ahead. Miros trying to get underneath it. And won by Hilla. Smith up ahead for Carlo Brown. Keeps it moving. Has Amaral out wide. He's going to want to head towards the corner. As the Bears have about a minute to kill off. Now this is
1 minute.
where we'll see if they've learned their lessons on how to kill the game in the final minute. They get it back out to Wharton. And now just need to play keep away. Go Peters taken down, and that's one way to do it. Silly foul there from Magnuson. He had to know if there was any kind of contact from behind like that. And Go Peters was going down. Now we'll see how much time the official lets them bleed, and that's very frustrating. You can see all the arms up on the Brown bench, and I don't blame them. As they were taking the normal run of play to get to the ball to set up a free kick. Yes, it happens to be the final minute, but they weren't being excessive in wasting time. No need to stop the clock there, but the clock has been stopped. Amaral will place it in a corner for Go Peters. He'll go do his thing near the corner flag. Now working with Amaral. Nice little flick. Oh, Go Peters. Showing how to kill off a game in the corner. And now it'll turn into a goal kick here for Dartmouth. Final 15 seconds. Big Green have exhausted almost every moment so far. Do they have one last moment? Dellis sends it ahead. Wharton the win in the air, and that should seal it. Carlo Brown sends it out, and the Bears hold on for the 2-1 lead over Dartmouth and go to 5-2-1 on the season. But more importantly, Sal, 1-0 in Ivy League play.
That's the big key, is that once you look to the month of November, when Ivy League goes deep into their standings, conference tournaments just around the corner. Could be these types of matches that determine who makes it inside the top 4 to Ivy League standings to advance over to the conference tournament in November, and who's the bottom 4 teams